When I stepped inside, dragging my suitcase behind me, the silence met me like a wall. The place didn't feel like home anymore. No familiar tunes drifting from the kitchen, no aroma of dinner in the air, no footsteps rushing toward me. Just her, standing still in the hallway, hands loosely folded, like she'd practiced the pose. Like even breathing had become something she had to rehearse. "I need to tell you something," she said. Her voice wasn't flat, it was calm in a way that felt worn out, like it had been sanded smooth by too many internal repetitions. I was still wearing the same wrinkled shirt from my last meeting, tie hanging undone, my mind clouded with exhaustion. But even through the haze, I could sense it. Something had shifted. The air, the walls, her eyes, everything felt off. I slowly set my bag down. "What is it?" She didn't respond. Just turned and walked toward the living room, like her legs were moving through syrup. I followed, each step tightening something in my chest. She sat at the far edge of the couch, leaving a void between us that already felt colder than the rest of the house. I stayed standing, arms hanging awkwardly at my sides. She kept her gaze down when she spoke. "I've been involved with someone else." The words didn't explode, they landed heavy, soundless, like all the air had been pulled out of the room. My lungs seized. My brain tried to rewrite what I'd heard into something less devastating. Maybe she meant a counselor? A friend? Someone harmless. But then her voice cracked on the word someone, and it all clicked. The meaning struck hard and clear. Heat crawled up my spine like a slow burn. My disbelief sharpened the edge of my voice. "You're serious?" She nodded, eyes focused somewhere behind me, like she couldn't bear to meet mine. "It wasn't something I meant to happen," she said softly. "I didn't plan any of it." "Who is he?" I asked. She pressed her lips together before answering. "Mark. He works at the cafe near my building. I used to stop in every morning. He always remembered my order, asked about my day. At first, it was nothing, just polite conversation. I don't even know when the lines started to blur, but they did." I dropped onto the edge of the armchair, elbows on my knees, trying to steady my trembling hands. My chest was tight, breath shallow. "So what? You just fell for him?" "No," she whispered. "Not right away. I fell out of us first. That cut deeper than anything else. I hadn't seen it coming." "We haven't been happy," she continued, her voice barely audible. "Not for a while. You're always away. The house feels empty when you're gone. And even when you're here, it's like your mind never is. I don't feel noticed anymore. I don't feel like I matter." "I've been doing all of this for us," I snapped before I could stop myself. "I know," she replied quickly, her tone small, shrinking. But I started to feel like I wasn't even part of us anymore. I stared at the floor. Even the hardwood looked unfamiliar now. "Did you sleep with him?" Her hesitation said more than words ever could. "Yes." I closed my eyes. Something inside was unraveling, rage, sorrow, confusion, twisting together like a storm. I couldn't even bring myself to look at her. "How long?" 6 weeks, she said after swallowing hard. "But I ended it before you got home. I couldn't keep lying. I had to tell you." Her voice was splintering now, frayed at the edges. "I still love you," she whispered. "I didn't do this because I stopped loving you. I did it because I felt invisible. I know that doesn't make it right. But I was drowning in the silence, and you didn't notice." I wanted to yell, break something, walk out, anything but sit in the middle of that deafening stillness. But I didn't move, because some quiet, painful part of me knew she wasn't entirely wrong. We had both disappeared, just in different ways. I'd buried myself in the chase, for stability, for success, for a future I thought we both wanted. Flights, meetings, promotions. But in the process, I'd abandoned the present. I'd stopped showing up. And in doing that, I'd made her feel alone inside the very marriage I thought I was protecting. Still, the truth of that didn't dull the betrayal. This wound had been carved by someone I never thought would hurt me. "So, what now?" I asked, voice thin and worn. "Do you want to leave? Be with him?" "No," she said quickly, almost desperately. "I don't want him. I want us. If we still exist. I don't know if we can repair this, but I want to try." I had to be honest with you first. We sat there in silence, the confession still heavy between us. The soft hum of the lamps was the only sound in the room. Somewhere outside, a dog barked faintly. Inside, it felt like the aftermath of an accident, dust still hanging in the air, hands trembling as they reach for anything stable. I didn't give her an answer that night. I didn't have one to give. But I stayed. Not because I forgave her. Not yet. Maybe not ever. But because I knew I wasn't blameless. I had failed her too, just in ways that were easier to overlook. And maybe, just maybe, something broken wasn't the same as something gone. Maybe love, cracked and bleeding, could still be worth the effort it takes to mend it.